kids, John here, going to talk about scales for a minute. Those were the four most common scales: major, natural minor, harmonic minor, melodic minor. You need to learn those four scales absolutely, for sure, memorized, internalized, and in every key. Once you've done this, and you're going to probably need a resource, and that'd be a scale book, the Arbin's book, some type of book that has scales in it and maybe explains a little bit about them. Now, once you've done this, you've probably done this in one particular pattern, playing it with the same articulation. So maybe you learned them chromatically slurred. And so on. So maybe that's how you learned them. So the first thing to do is go ahead and now play them tongued. And so on. Then change your articulation pattern even more. Slur 3, tongue 1. Slur 2, tongue 2. Slur 2, tongue 1. All kinds of articulation patterns. Double up the notes and get your tonguing articulation nice and clean. Always pay attention to what you sound like. Don't practice mistakes, because then you will repeat mistakes. If you make a mistake, stop, go back, fix it. Maybe you're working on double tonguing. Go slow. Practice that nice and slow and get your articulation together. Maybe you want to practice just the K syllable of the 2-ku double tonguing exercise. So just K's. And you try and get them even. It's hard. 2 K's. Coo, 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 coo. And then put it together. So you have a double tongue there. So you can practice this all kinds of different ways. Triple tonguing. All kinds of different ways. Now, you want to alter the pattern in which you practice them. So don't practice from key to key the same way every day. Practice chromatically one day. Practice around the circle of fourths one day and the circle of fifths. What is that? Start on C and then add flats. C, 1 flat, F, 2 flats, B flat, continuing on around the flats. And when you get enough flats, you start to actually play in sharp keys. So what's happening is when you add a flat, you're taking away a sharp. So you're eventually coming around the sharps until you've taken away all the sharps and you're back to C. It works the opposite way with sharps. You add sharps, start on C, add 1 sharp, G is your key. 2 sharps, D is your key. And then you 3 sharps, 4 sharps, until you get to where you've gone through all the sharps and now you're in flat keys. And you're adding sharps, therefore you're taking away flats and you come all the way back around. So, it sounds something like this. So I just played all my major scales in less than a minute. And you do that with your natural minor, your melodic minor, your harmonic minor. And you play your scales, different articulations, different pattern from note to note. You can even mix them up so you're not playing a strict scale, but you're playing. That kind of stuff. Even fourths. That type of stuff. So now you're practicing intervals. Oh my gosh. I've just practiced my scales. And I practiced my slurs. I practiced some intervals. I practiced some tonguing. You're combining exercises together and making your whole practice session much more efficient. So now what do? We take all these different options, and you can even draw a chart out. If you really want to become a good player and do it quickly and efficiently, draw a chart out. Today I play my major scales tongue. Tomorrow I'll play my natural minor scales slurred. The next day I play my harmonic minor scales slur 2, tongue 2, and then I'm going to play all my melodic minor scales K tonguing only. 2 notes on each, two articulations on each note of the scale. So you can do this in a way that every day you're practicing your scales using a different articulation, maybe a different interval study based on the scale. You learn these scales. And there's all kinds of scales out there besides major and minor. Diminished scales. Pentatonic scales. Blues scales. All these scales put together, once internalized, memorized, and you breaking them down into all these different kinds of exercises, you'll be a masterful musician because you'll be able to read stuff and go, oh, I know what that is. I just practiced that and I have that memorized. And you'll be able to play a solo once you figure out what key you're in. You'll be able to play a solo because you know the scale that goes along with that key. So if you're in C major, all C major. Ooh, it's C major fast. If you know your scales, you will be a better musician whether or not you're trying to be a jazz player or a classical player, because you will know the foundation of what music is built on. And that foundation will allow you to play melodically better. Learn your scales, internalize them, break them down, play them with different articulation. If you do this from the get-go, you're going to be such a great musician. 4 years from now, you're going to be in a different place. Don't practice mistakes when you do it. Make sure you clean up what you're doing, but you're going to have great success. Till next time, kids, take it easy.